Rick Dancer, and this is Superintendent Steve Brown at the Warner Creek Correctional Facility.
That's right.
Okay, so we got it right. So this is a minimum security prison.
Correct?
Built when?
2005.
So this is one of Oregon's newer prisons.
Right.
So what I love about what you guys, Kathy and I just took a tour here, and we can't take cameras inside there. That's why we're standing out here. You can't take cameras inside because obviously there's respect for the prisoners as well. We don't want to be taking
Safety and
stuff through
security,
there.
right?
So, and it was a little interesting walking through there.
I imagine.
Because you're right in the mix of everything going on. But you guys have done some really interesting stuff. Tell me about your geothermal water heaters.
Right. So when the facility was built in 2005, the water here in Lakeview in the ground is hot. And so we took that hot water and drilled a well, piped it up to the facility, and we heat the facility with hot water. And saves taxpayer dollars and helps us to not use natural resources to heat the facility.
Didn't you guys even get an award for that?
Okay.
We did. There was this Department of Energy seed award when the facility was built.
So you also grow some of your vegetables, some of the food.
We do. We have a garden that the inmate work crew goes out there and they grow part of our food, and we use it to supplement the meals at the institution, lettuce and tomatoes and different kinds of vegetables.
So how many people, because are you the biggest employer in town?
No. The hospital is bigger. The federal government, Forest Service, BLM,
Right.
has more employees. We have a little over 100 employees that work for the Warner Creek Correctional Facility.
So how many inmates are here?
490 today.
490 as of today.
Correct.
And you have, and your room's really for 400 or something like that?
We were built in 2005 as a 400-bed minimum security facility, and in roughly early 2013, we added 90 temporary emergency beds. So we're currently at 490 today.
So for Lakeview, this is a big deal to have this facility here.
I think so. It's a little over 100 jobs, good paying jobs with good wages, good benefits. It provides, another opportunity for people to have living wages and to live in a rural community.
Because you have doctors and dentists and nurses and educators we saw down there.
Right.
And so these are all people that wouldn't probably be able to live here had you not had this facility here.
That's correct. We have a little over 60 employees that are in the Certified Security Series, and then another 40 or 50 or so that administrative, management, health services, correctional rehabilitation services, counselors, education, those type people.
Okay, completely off the police thing and the prison and all that. So I love this about a lot of you folks out here in Lakeview. You weren't born here, but your family's from here.
That's correct.
Tell me a little of this, because I think this is a cool thing.
Okay, so my great-grandfather immigrated from Ireland to Lakeview in about 1917, and my grandparents were born and raised in Lakeview. My mother was born and raised in Lakeview. I was actually born and raised in Sherwood, Oregon. After graduating high school and college, had the opportunity to come back to Lakeview and raise my family.
And you've been here 3 times.
That's correct. This is the third try, and hopefully we get to stay this time.
What is that thing that draws you? What is that?
Well, I can tell you for me, I've had a love for the community of Lakeview my whole life. I don't know if there's any logical reason to that. I like the area, the environment, the people. Lakeview is made up of wonderful people that care a lot about each other.
See, but you're like, you're the second person today I've interviewed that came back. Ginger came back, you came back. I mean, I think that story echoes throughout this town as people, I think a lot of people in Oregon, in the more urban setting, think that people are trying to get out of here, or places like rural Oregon.
Right.
What we're finding, at least here, it's a lot different than that.
Yeah, and I think that has to do with when you're younger, they probably do want to leave Lakeview and experience life, experience new areas, but something as they get older, get married, have kids, you like the lifestyle. You like to be able to raise your kids in a safe community where you know everybody and have the opportunity to participate in a lot of activities that bring people together.
So do you think rural Oregon is really where a lot of innovation is happening? We just don't hear about it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're hopeful at some point to build a solar facility on the grounds of Warner Creek Correctional Facility.
Okay.
We would be the first off-grid, potentially the first off-grid prison in the state of Oregon, maybe even the nation.
But you guys have, the nice thing here is Lakeview, what a lot of people might not know if you're not from Lakeview, you have sunshine.
A lot of sunshine.
You're one of the places in Oregon that has sunshine. And so you are able to use solar, and we heard about another solar project, but maybe that's where we're finding this innovation is coming from. I think it fascinates me, you know?
Right.
that you
Yeah.
guys are doing that. Okay, so I want you to step outside here, you guys. I just want you to see the outside of the facility just for a second here. But so I'm going to turn it around. But again, we did not go in, or we went in. Kathy and I went in for a tour. Hey, hon, come here for a second. I'm going to talk to you too. So this is the facility. There's dorms out here. Really nice. I mean, honestly, Steve, that is such a the facility is really, for a minimum security, very nice, very clean. As a news guy, I've been to some of the bad prisons that are old, and this is really very humane and kind.
Right. You know, one of the things we really try to do in the Oregon Department of Corrections, you'll hear, if you read anything about corrections, is humanization and normalization. We want to make prison settings as human as we can and as normal as we can, because the research and the data is saying that by doing so, the men have more opportunity to be successful when they get out. So the more we can make the inside of the prison like the outside, the more likely they're going to get out and not commit more crime.
And it seems after being through there that what you really provide for these folks, these gentlemen, these are all men here, is structure.
That's right. That's right. Work opportunities to, look at why they chose to, to do what they did, and hopefully not to choose that when they get out.
And you educate them, and they have dentists on facility, and yeah. So thanks for having him show us around.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and you know what we should do real fast? Just let's get her in there. You know, some people try to hide, but when I have a gimbal, that was my deal with you. There, I owe you. Thanks for showing us around, Kathy. I'm going to ask you one thing. Okay, so Kathy and I went through there, and I've been through a facility before as a news guy, and I have to admit I was a little nervous having my wife walk through there. What were you thinking when you're in there?
I felt safe, and for sure, it is my first experience in a prison, but I don't know. I guess I definitely wouldn't want to be in a prison. Thank you very much. But from what I've seen on TV, because that's all I could really kind of compare it to, it wasn't as bad as I have seen. So I think just like Superintendent Brown said, I think it is humane, and I think that makes a whole lot of sense if they're going to be successful on the outside. That and there's lots of structure, and they have, but there's so much opportunity. I love that they can learn, and they have the
text messaging and access to learning different things. There's a whole different community here. Warner Creek inmates give back to the community in a lot of ways, cleaning up a Little League's fields, fire. Somebody's writing on here saying that.
That's
Is that
true? Yes.
You're right. Hold on.
Yep.
It's okay, go.
Yeah.
Sure. So we have a program here. We will shovel snow for low-income seniors. We also have, you can't see it, but just on the other side of the outside of the facility, huge stockpile of wood for providing for firewood for local seniors that meet a certain income level to help them heat their homes. And yeah, we'll go out there and do as much as we possibly can to help enhance the local community.
Hey, Nikki Taylor, thanks for putting that on there. That's the best part about this is they get to comment. We get corrected by our audience. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
nice meeting you.
You too. Thank you very much.
We got to go back in and get our stuff. We're not staying in. We're going to go back in and get our stuff, and then we'll be out. We're the slowest people like that. Okay, and then tonight we'll be at the Elks Lodge and hanging out. And tomorrow we're going to be
At the back to the Warner Canyon
ski area. We're going to go skiing and go to ski school. So I'll show you some kids in ski school, and then we're going to have Tom from the bike shop is going to come out with a fat tire bike and show us how to ride fat tire bikes on the snow. And then on Sunday, we're going out snowmobiling for the first time. That ought to be interesting. All right, we'll see you guys later. Share this on your page and have a good day. See you later.